I paint landscapes because I need a place to show what's really going on in the human mind, which of course also is my mind, as I do believe that we have a common consciousness. We draw information from a place which cannot thoroughly be explained, whether it is from our minds, bones, or muscles, but the senses do move from one to another. So there needs to be a place, a stage to show inner life, to talk about, discuss inner life. And this stage in my paintings, it comes from a real place and a real time. Sometimes it does come out less representational, which is also a valuable freedom to have in my work. So much of early American idealized landscape painting has informed my work. They are structural and premeditated, and everything is chosen to serve the content of the painting. And this easily appears to be in contrast with another big love of mine. The Chinese ink painting has been a great inspiration for me. And it easily comes out as if it was improvised. But truly it takes a lifetime of practice to execute. And for a long time, I thought that in ink paintings, that the landscapes were made up, until I had a chance to travel in China and I saw the yellow mountains. And I saw that those really impassable mountains they're real. And this put a spin on my thinking of on what can be chosen. It's what it means to be true and to be truly free at the same time. Art is an entirely free area. I can show anything that I come up with, that I dare to show and that I find meaningful. And to talk about one's need for change and the change happening has been my most important subject matter over the years. Therefore, the illusion of movement is important for me to capture. It makes visible the illusion of thought. And with that, I even try to make visible forces that are bigger than us. I have found guidelines for this in music, how to follow an uncompromising urgency of love in a singer's voice. There can be happiness and fear and loss in the color of a singer's voice and in the combinations of the instruments. So I sing with my colors. And another big teaching has been the laws of watercolor painting. How to hasten your work when your paper is still wet, and how to abstain from touching your painting when it's time to wait. And I have applied this to my oil color paintings. And also when I read literature and I find a phrase or a poem that seems to talk about a subject that is meaningful to me, I write them down So many of my titles have been borrowed from poetry, and some of them I have made up myself. And while I work in detachment of my time and myself, I'm also utterly connected to these very conditions of our existence. The changing world rolls past us in surprising and unrecognizable shapes and force. And my idea of our environment is already old. Therefore, I try to find an image that would speak to us and somehow also simultaneously manage to convey hope. We all need hope. In order to show light, I need to paint the shadow. And at best, art has a way of discussing this transformation for the viewer.